Okay, guys and girls, before we move on from the intro, there is one more thing that we could look at. Now, if you have a listen to the fourth beat of the second bar, you'll hear a little sound. Press play. That little rush up that I call, I had a go at making that. Now, it doesn't sound exactly the same and it's a bit complicated. I'm not going to be able to explain it all, mostly because I don't quite understand all of it myself. But I'll take you through it. You do a new instrument, and the instrument we're going to use is an ES2 synthesizer. We're actually going to try and create this sound now. So if I double click up here on ES2. Now this is a really complicated synthesizer instrument. There's tons of YouTube videos about how to use this. You can get into incredible detail. I'm not going to do that, but I am going to try and simply create that sound. Now, there are 3 different oscillators here, and we're going to go for oscillator 3. I've got to move down the sound source here down to the bottom one, so it's only listening at the bottom of the triangle. It's only listening to number 3. Now on this wheel here, I'm going to change it to noise. It doesn't matter what key I press, it's the same sound. Now what I want to do is create a sort of a rushing sound. So I want to change this wheel here to create that rush up. But I don't want to use the mouse turning this wheel. I want to find another way of doing it. On your MIDI keyboard, on the left-hand side, there's 2 little dials. One of them is pitch and one of them is modulation. What we would like to do is have the modulation wheel control this here. I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm sure there's other ways of doing it, but here's my method. Down here, I'm going to say that I'd like to affect cut 1 and 2. That's the cutoff, so the frequency goes from high to low. Via the keyboard, not sure why we put that, but it seems to work. And the source is the mod wheel, the modulation wheel. Now let's see. Nothing's changing yet. So here are the range of my modulation. I'd like to go from top to bottom. Now let's see what happens. What I'm doing is I'm holding on a note and I'm bringing the modulation wheel from the top to the bottom. Now I can have fun with this. I can change different things. I could change these dials here. I mean, you should experiment and try different things. Maybe not. Once you're happy with the sound you've got, I recommend that you do a recording of it. So you press record and you press a note and you bring that modulation wheel down exactly the right time. You might have to take a couple of goes at it, but that's fine because you can delete, try again. Here we go. Let's see without the track. Think I would probably shorten that bit. Let's try it again. See, told you I have to take it a couple of times, a couple of goes. See what that's like. Okay, well, this is trial and error, experimentation. It's just a little bit of fun to put on top of your intro just to make it sound that little bit more authentic and interesting.